And I'm here with the synonymous. He's not a breakfast cereal. He's a head coach of a very, very successful program at WVU. Head coach Kellogg. First of all, congratulations on the season you had.
Yeah, no, a lot of fun. Great group to coach. Enjoyed every minute of it, from the summer to the Greenbrier win to some of the conference wins, and then obviously to get the Big 12 championship was special, and then to top it off with those home NCAA tournament games and those record crowds was memories we'll have for the rest of our lives.
Well, and people say, in sports, got to reload, got to recruit, but your team's going to be, I think, just as strong, if not maybe better next season.
Well, it's a good group, no doubt. I think now the question will be, how does it all come together? We only have 2 returners and 10 new ones. We signed those 10 kids in 18 days was the window. We had 11 kids came on campus. We got 10 of them in 18 days, so it was a little stressful through there, but we really like the group we've signed. Again, we haven't all been together yet. That'll start in June, but there's talent for sure.
Well, and what do you like about? This is just going into your what season? Fourth season at WVU. What is it you like about Morgantown and the whole state of West Virginia that's just keeping you here?
Yeah, no, well, the family loves it. We've loved it. The passionate fan base. Like I said, the NCAA tournament, we got almost 14,000 people there. Awesome. You don't get that everywhere. And we thought we could build to that. And it's just kind of everything that I thought could happen is happening, and we want to continue, obviously, to elevate it. But I feel like we've taken steps, every year. But just, passionate fan base, opportunity to win. At another level, you're aligned with your administration, you're aligned with your president board. That's what, for a coach, that's what you need to have success. And when you all align together, it gives you a great opportunity.
Now, the one thing about women's college basketball that I adore more than anything is 4 quarters instead of playing halves. How do we get the guys to change that policy?
Yeah, they're the only form of basketball played in halves across the whole world. I don't know, and they don't advance the basketball, which they're the only form of that now at those levels. So I don't know what they're waiting on, and they should be watching our games thinking they need to get with the times, because it's kind of a boring brand now to watch.
Hey, I know it's an obvious question. I know you've been inundated with a million times probably, but just for me personally and some of the fans down in my section, what is it that draws you to women's basketball over men's basketball?
Well, early on in my career, I was coaching on the men's side. I got an opportunity to go over to the women's side, and I was probably 23, maybe 24, to go be a Division I assistant coach. And at that time, I couldn't, not take it. And then early on, I had a couple opportunities to go back to the men's side, just chose to stay where I was. And it's basketball. I'm coaching basketball. The gender doesn't really matter. Honestly, the women, they make better grades. They don't get in trouble off the court. Their level of athleticism increased dramatically in the 25 years that I've been in this. So I've just, enjoyed the heck out of it. I can, support my family on these salaries now too, coaching women. So really wouldn't go to the other side now if I wanted to. And I think the brand and women's basketball's taken off now at a whole nother level. Yeah, it's skyrocketed to a great place. So I think our game is in a really great place.
Yeah, we were talking about that transition. Women's basketball now, even with the pro league, is actually starting to garner more attention. But the other thing about women's basketball, I've always noticed, fundamentals and team play is just so core to what you coach.
Well, you're not relying on quite the level of athleticism in women's basketball as you do men, so we're not throwing lob dunks every time, it's just athleticism. We're actually having to work, read screens, help them get open from time to time. But now with all the skills trainers, the game, the women's game, they're just better. They're better. They're better ball handlers. They're better athletes. We got kids dunking now in the women's game, so we're playing at, not above the rim, but but up and through there. So, just again, great place. Kids are working hard. They work just as hard as the men. We spend the same amount of time doing the same type of stuff as they do. So just happy that the ladies are getting the recognition that they deserve.
When you got that huge win at the Greenbrier, like you mentioned, did you go take a tour of the bunker afterwards?
I never have. Some of my staff went down there. I need to get down there. I just get in game mode, and you don't really have time to explore or do a whole lot more than that. But yeah, probably should have. But that was a special event. I think we're going to go back this year again and play down there again. Yeah.
Hey, congratulations on it. It's a great career, and all I can say is go Mountaineers.
Yeah, go Mountaineers. Thanks for having us. Appreciate coming back down here as much as we can.